It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Steelers' creative quarterback. It doesn't get a lot better than his last game, going over 500 yards. It's the Steelers and the Patriots, and it comes your way next.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had...
And right away, he lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a...
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes, right side. Well, I know he doesn't want a fumble lost by his name, but it was 4th down. I don't think he was going to get to the marker anyway.
I think he just hired you as his attorney because you have just argued that this fumble is actually okay.
I'm just saying not all fumbles are created equal, and the defense would have had the ball there anyway.
Okay, so the defense gets credit now, right? Someone gets a nice little mark by their name, but it really doesn't hurt the other guy because he wasn't getting there anyway. I like that. Good job.
To throw on 2nd down, Davidson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. New England trying to get a place on offense.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
They'll try the left side. It's Moore. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
2nd and 14. Wide open receiver complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Throwing to start the drive. Davidson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A handoff as they run the counter play. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. I mean, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. in need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A handoff as they run the counter play. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, Davidson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And just a 30-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 1st down, Davidson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Patriots ready to get the football back. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Moore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
This is taken at the 23. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10. Deep. Territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Ordinarily, when you're backed up this deep, most teams like to play it on the safe side, but not these guys. They took a big shot downfield and wound up hitting it for a big play. Back them into a corner, they come out swinging.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 1st down. Davidson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want, because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Touchdown! A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Back to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll look to throw here. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On 1st and 10, Davidson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davidson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Davidson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
A final shot before break. Davidson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers will extend their lead on the final play of the half. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up on back-to-back drives when we start the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup? We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field.
And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Slot man moves right. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
And now out come the Steelers.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Throwing after the interception, Davidson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davidson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it was good coverage defensively, and they were able to break it up.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Back to throw. Davidson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 55 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New England's offense set to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain here down to the 22. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Davidson. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davidson. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out come the Patriots.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Patriots will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
They'll set up to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also...
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he fields it cleanly.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On the move past the 40.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
They'll set up a throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
New England's offense set to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room.
And now here is another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Back to throw. Davidson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Davidson being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Taking it about the 36. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Steelers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will
West Coast rocking them Timberlands deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold.